There is no group in the world like the furry community. It's a global community centered around anthropomorphic characters dating back to the early 70s, predating the last official use of the guillotine. Thank you to at HXSKLMFAO. I struggled with that one. But thank you so much for giving me that fact in the last video. But that is pretty unique, right? You bet your fluffy ass it is. But that would be far too easy an answer, and you've seen the length of this video. So let's talk about a whole lot of reasons why the furry community is so unique. The furry community is always evolving and adapting. The furry community has evolved and adapted so much throughout the centuries, which kind of explains why furries have been around for so long. Because furries are so flexible. I wrote that line and I literally feel like I've triggered so many gutter minds, but am I going to change it? No. But in all seriousness, furries have such a unique way of adapting around the world and individual limitations. Okay, let me explain. For individuals, furries are able to adapt around stuff like their creativity levels. Like, some furries are able to express their creativity through like drawing, or like through writing, or songwriting, or dancing, and so much more stuff that even I haven't seen it yet. I'm actually looking to work on a video on this very topic alone. So if anybody's got any activities that you've seen, feel free to pop it down below. I would love to add it to my list. But much as I would love to get into like individual cases of furry creativity, this video is mainly about the furry community in general. And the furry community have actually overcome so many crazy hurdles in the past. Because if you think about it, the first ever FurCon came 4 years before the internet was born. And that's not the internet we know today. That's the, oh yeah, give me 20 minutes and £50 to log on internet. That's right, I am old enough to remember this. Sort of. So it's absolutely mind-boggling how they were able to set up an annual convention that would last 14 years. It would birth a global community from nothing and without the internet, and without any major like media coverage for it. It's insane, right? But it doesn't stop there, because you guys might not remember this super small event. It was called the coronavirus, and given how important a lot of furries are to one another, this could have absolutely shattered the entire community. But furries once again found a way to adapt, and lots of furries flocked towards Furality, which is a virtual FurCon, which has been growing in attendance ever since. So not only were furries able to find a solution extremely quickly, because the first Furality came out, was it 2 months after a lot of shutdowns began, but they also found a new long-term platform to bring more fuzzbuds together. Personally, I think there's something beautiful about that. One way or another, a lot of people have already thought about furry stuff. And I know this sounds super weird, but it kinda makes sense, because furry media is everywhere. Like, even before I became a furry, I'd watched Zootopia, Robin Hood, Beastars, Bedknobs and Broomsticks, Pokemon, FNAF, Fox and the Hound, and so much more. And even if somebody is able to somehow miss all of that, there is no escaping questions like, if you could choose, what animal would you be? And what's your spirit animal? But how does this make the furry community unique? Well, in my opinion, it makes it so much easier to join the furry community, because you've already had like exposure to like interesting characters and questions with animal characteristics. So in joining the community, you've already somewhat had a head start. You have like already a foundation level, people understand animals, people understand characteristics and anthropomorphic characters. And for other groups, I think sometimes it's a bit more difficult, because you won't really know what these kind of groups are like until you join them, or they'll have a lot of terminology that you don't quite understand. And I know furries also have that, but you actually don't need to know any terminology to actually enjoy being a furry. Whereas I think, again, sometimes other groups, it can be a bit more difficult with that. But can you name any other communities that are like that? If you can, pop them down in the comment section. I would love to find out. Furries in general are super supportive regarding health. So I've covered this a few times in videos like my social awkwardness video, so I won't get into it too much. But furries in general are super supportive of both like mental and physical health of both people and animals. And again, I won't go into the individual cases like the streamers doing like 24-hour charity streams and whatnot, but I think it's already fairly evident the values of the furry community through their charity work last year alone. Like I said in the last video, they did like, was it the top 10 fur cons raised over $500,000, and also the Canadian refugee event. Like I said, check out that last video for a little bit more on those events, but it's absolutely insane how supportive and how a lot of furries love a good cause to get behind. But I am an absolute sucker for genuine acts of kindness. So if you guys know any activities either inside or outside the furry community, feel free to post them down below. Honestly, like, it fills my heart with joy finding these. But before moving on to the last part of this video, I just wanted to say a big, massive thank you for everybody for subscribing to this channel. Because after the last video, which is now my second most watched video of all time, we have reached over 2,000 subscribers. That is insane. Thank you so much. I'm incredibly lucky to have every single one of you subscribing. It really does mean a lot. I do want to get out videos a little bit more regularly, like maybe once a week, but at the moment I can't really do it because of life stuff, which I'm hoping to resolve pretty soon. But once that resolves, I'll be making a lot more stuff for you guys, including a video idea that I've been looking to do for so long now, which I actually might need your help with. But anyway, just wanted to say a massive thank you for being yourselves. Anyway, back into the video. There isn't a specific way to be a furry. So this is another one I really harp on a lot about, usually during my Twitch streams. But there is no set way to be a furry. There is no rules to know, although manners like asking a fursuit if they're okay to be like hugged is always important. There's no like website you need to go to, you don't need to sign up for anything. You can just be yourself. And despite what people used to say, you don't need a fursuit. You don't need art of your persona. You don't need a persona in general. And you don't need that £5,000 life-size persona body pillow that says all your catchphrases. I really shouldn't put that in the video. And I guess that's the cool thing about furries, is that you don't have to watch like a specific show, play a particular game, or read a specific book. As long as you enjoy anthropomorphic things, then that's good enough to be a furry. And a super bonus to this is that you don't need to keep up with like new trends or rules or pay tons of money to remain a part of the community. Which has actually been another video idea I've been wanting to talk about for a long time. And I know what you guys are already typing in the comment section, and while I get that having like a fursuit and art and stuff like that does get a lot of attention from people, being a furry isn't a popularity contest, like I said in one of my other videos. All you really need is a group of friends with similar interests, and that's it. You don't need thousands of followers, you don't need like tons of art and tons of attention. All you need to do is just get a group of friends that you enjoy goofy furry stuff. In fact, I actually encourage people to more focus on friends than popularity, because when you're so focused on like popularity and like numbers and blah, all this stuff, it puts so much pressure on you to do things. I know some people who, the moment they started getting big on like Twitch, for example, they start stressing about losing it. But at the end of the day, being a furry is all about enjoying yourself, nothing else. But thank you so much guys for reaching this far into the video. I super do appreciate it. I'm actually not sure how long this is, or whether or not this is just coming across as the ramblings of the wolf. But like, I really do appreciate it. Like I said before, I appreciate everybody who checks out these videos, and it really does mean a lot to me. I am hoping to get a little bit more regular, but I'll try to keep you guys up to date. But if you do fancy catching me on any of my socials, I am on Twitch, and I'm mainly on Blue Sky at the moment. So if you want to catch me with it, it'd be super awesome to see you. Please show me your furries at me and show me your personas. But if you do remember anything from this video, remember that you're better yesterday, you're better today, and you're better tomorrow, and I love every single one of you. Mwah!